Hello everyone. So I know it has been a minute since I've done a video. So today I wanted to get on here and do like a get ready with me using some of my favorite products of the moment. I feel like that's a great way to kind of incorporate like my favorites plus doing some makeup. So we're going to jump right in. I have nothing on my face. We'll just jump right in and get started. First things first is a moisturizer. And before I put my moisturizer on, I've been using this, the Unicorn Essence. I have really been liking this. I feel like my skin feels amazing whenever I put this on before my moisturizer. So the next, I have tons of moisturizers, so I've been trying to try them a little bit each day, and the one I have really been liking lately is the Clinique HydroBlur moisturizer. I got like this little bitty sample. I feel like in one of those like Sephora 500 points things maybe, but because I have this one and I have the Hydro Rush one. I've not used that one yet because I've really been liking this one. I feel like once I put it on, it just makes my skin look really smooth and ready for my foundation. So next for foundation is really hard for me to pick just one. So I'm going to kind of go over my top 4 and then I'll just pick one. Starting out with a like tinted moisturizer. One of the best ones I have used is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Hair Tinted Moisturizer. I love that this is a tinted moisturizer, but it gives a little bit more coverage than some of the other tinted moisturizers I've used. So I really have been liking it. My other ones, of course, I love my Mary Kay Time Wise. I have this in 3 different shades to cover whatever skin tone I have at the moment. I love it. I love that you can build upon it and make it more full coverage. I love that you don't ever feel like it's too cakey on your skin. It has a wide array of shades for everybody. I've really been liking it. The next one is my Makeup Forever one, which I think this is the wrong shade for me. Oh. Yeah. So I have this in 2 shades. One was when I got married last year. I still have it. And then one is the color I am right now. I love that these are definitely full coverage. They will last you all day long. They're easy to work with because I know I've heard that sometimes a fuller coverage foundation just gets too cakey or streaky, and I love that one. Like I said, I wore that in my wedding last year. We were outside, inside, both, and it stayed really well. So today I think I'm going to use my Cover FX one. This is the same way. It's full coverage. It's great on your skin. I'm almost out of it. But I've really been liking this one, and with this one, a little bit definitely goes a long way. So I definitely would recommend that one too. So I just put like a little tiny bit on my hand. Always start with a little bit because you can always add more. So I just put little dots all over my face and then go from there. So while I look crazy, I'm going to talk about my beauty blender. I have tried the Real Techniques. I've tried the Real Beauty Blender, Sephora one. I've tried several, but my favorite one is this Morphe one. I don't really know why I like it so much, but I've just found that it's great to put my makeup on, put my concealer on. It's just great. So next we're going to go in with concealers, and I have several that I really like to use. I like a concealer that doesn't feel too heavy on the skin, but it's going to help cover the darkness I don't have super dark eye or under eyes, but I want something to help make those not quite so dark and help brighten up the face a little bit without getting too cakey. So of course the Tarte Shape Tape is really good. I like my Mary Kay. I have the Makeup Forever one, the Ultra HD. I think it's alright. But here lately I've been using the Cover FX Power Play Concealer. And I've really been liking it. I like that it has like a sponge tip applicator. So I feel like it doesn't just like blob all over the skin when you put it on there. While some of the other foundations do. I've really been liking it. So now that we have that on, I'm going to go in with my setting powder for underneath my eyes. And it is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. And I just used the light one. I got this one little one to try it out to see if I liked it. And I loved it. So I have bought a full size since then. But I'm going to finish this one first. So always go back in and tap one more time. And then go in with the setting powder. So next we're going to set the rest of our face, and I've been using the Makeup Forever multi-use powder foundation for this. I started using this whenever I was trying out different makeup for my wedding, and I just really like this one. It does tend to get a little darker than what you think it's going to be, so keep that in mind. But for the most part, I absolutely love it. So I just used the little sponge that came with it and just tap it all over my face. Except, of course, where we put the Cover FX powder. So next we're going to start putting some color on this face. And one of my favorites that I use to bring a little bit of contour is the MAC powder in Sculpt. It's just like a shade or two darker, and it has like that grayish undertone, which is perfect for just putting a little bit of contour on your face. I don't know what this is a Real Techniques brush. I've been using it for a while, and I just really like it. It gets right here in the contour of my cheek. And then I always bring it down onto my jaw and neck. And it's not too dramatic. It just brings a little bit of life back into my face. So now I'm going to go in with my Morphe E4 brush. It's just an angled brush. And I use this for my blush. I received this in an Ipsy bag. It's just kind of like a light pink color. I have no idea. I can't remember the brand nor the color. So next I'm going to do my eyebrows with the tried and true Anastasia brow definer. I like this one because it has kind of like a wider tip to really fill in the brows. So did my brows. I have after I do my brows, it kind of set my face a little bit. I always spray it with a little Max Fix Plus, and then kind of take my beauty sponge and just kind of dot it all over my face. It just seems to help seal it and just make it look more like my skin. I'll do that again at the very end, but it's just a step that I've incorporated. I have really dry skin, so it just seems to help that. So I have set my lid with MAC's Vanilla eyeshadow. I used to do a real eyeshadow primer, and I just feel like using a eyeshadow as your base just helps your eyeshadows to blend. I know there was a YouTuber who told me, or who said that in one of their videos. I can't remember who that was. Anyway, so now I'm going to move on with my eyes. I love eyeshadows, so I don't really know if I have like a favorite, but I know one that I have really been enjoying and using a lot is the Morphe 25B palette. I will be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of Morphe. I had bought the, I want to feel like they were called Little Shots or something. They were like little palettes, and they had maybe 6 eyeshadows. I don't really remember, but I remember that there was 4 of them. And I bought 2 of them because I think they were like $15 a piece or something. And I hated them. I used each one of them once. I thought the eyeshadows were horrible, and I didn't really think I would buy any more eyeshadow from Morphe until I went to an Ulta store, and they sell Morphe in Ulta stores. So I went and I saw this palette, and this is just like some of my favorite colors anyway. Like, I'm all about like purpley or mauve-y colors. And then they have all of these like lighter shades, and then this whole middle row is like shimmers. So I was like, what better way to try this company again? Because I'm very much one of these people, I don't really write off a makeup company just because I don't like one thing. I'll try a couple different things. Now, if I don't like any of them, then, you know, I'm probably done. But I fell in love with this sponge, and there was something else I bought from Morphe that I really liked, so that made me want to try their eyeshadows again. So we're going to go in with this palette. Go in with this one. I'll just take a little bit on my brush. And we're going to start, of course, in the outer corner and just start blending in. I like to make sure I start with pretty light-handed and a lighter shade to help start building it. I usually almost always do like a color in the outside and in the crease, and then I use like shimmer or something on the lid. That just seems to be my go-to look. I will change the colors, but I pretty much do the same thing. I just really like it. What I like to do sometimes is just keep with that same color and build it up a little bit more, or I may go in with a shade just a touch darker, because I will tell you, I usually use this row first, then add a little bit of this, and then this row is good for like that outer V, just to deepen it a little bit. And then, like I said, this row I'll put on my lid, or I might use like an actual diamond glitter color. Just kind of play it by ear. I think I'm going to go in with this shade. Wow, that looks really orange on camera, but it doesn't in person, so that's a little odd. We'll go in with it. There's a little bit on the same brush and same technique, just start in the outer corner and start blending inwards. And then for the final eyeshadow color, I'm going to go in with the MAC 226. It's just got like a smaller point on it, because I just want to add just a little bit to that outer V, just to deepen it up just a little bit. Yes, with this color. So I start closest to the lash line, and then just bring it just a little ways up into the crease. You can't close one eye. You can see that it's just literally making a V shape. Now, if you want to give your eye more of a lifted or cat eye effect, then you'd want to go up a little bit more with it, but I'm just following my natural eye shape for this look. So next, for the lid color, possibilities are just endless there too. I love these Stila, what are these? The glitter liquid eyeshadows. I love these to use on the lid. Like I said, I use that middle row. Sometimes you can wet them just sometimes you can wet them just a little bit, and they are just beautiful. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I just used my Sonia Kashuk flat brush that I got at Target. I don't really know if they still make this brush or not, but I love it. I have 3 of them. So I think I'm gonna go in with this middle color. No, let's do this one. And I just load up my brush and spray it a little bit with Fix Plus, and then pat it on my lid. So next, for the under eye, I'm going to go in with my Tarte pencil brush, and I'm going to go in with the second shade that we used, that like almost brick red color. And I'll go in with that deepest shade, just a touch, and use on the outer 4th. And then I'll go in with my fluffy brush again and just blend. To help make sure that it's nice and blended at the top, I'll go in with just a fluffy brush. You can use probably like any 4 of these. That one's getting a little too dark. To help blend, or you can use Max Vanilla, whichever one. And I just go along the bottom of my brow just to make sure everything's blended. For eyeliner, I am gonna go in with a angled brush. This is from Avon. I think I'm going to use this color in the very corner. I love using shadows as eyeliner. I feel like you have better control over it. You can smudge it out a little bit. That opens it up to use any shade so it matches your eye look. And I feel like it's a lot easier for people to use an angled brush and eyeshadow than try to get a straight line with like gel or a pencil or something like that. So I'll just go in with this, and I start on the outside edge, and it's up to you. You can flick it up just a little bit if you want to, and then go inwards. And I usually just go in probably about the same, about 3/4 of the way. I use it an angled brush like this. You can get super close to your lash line. You can still make your angle at the end if you want to. And I like not getting too far inward to the eye. Sometimes that can make your eye look more closed. So that's why I don't go in all the way. So next is for highlight. I love the Omrizi highlight from Anastasia. That one's really good. But here lately, I know it's crushed, but I've been using the Becca Vanilla Quartz. Got like this little tiny sample of it that is just smashed all to pieces, but I can still use it. So I use like another pencil brush. This one is a MAC 219. I've had this one for a long time too. But I'll just use the tiniest bit and use it on the inside corner. And I'll blend it into the bottom lashes as well as blend it onto the lid and with that lid color. And then I'll put a little bit up here as a highlight. Do the same thing with the other eye. So after placing the highlight up here in that top corner, I'll just go in with that fluffy brush. I didn't add anything else to it, but I just kind of help blend out that highlight so it's not like just a dot. Okay, and so now I'm going to take, I like to put a little bit of, I guess you'd call it a highlighter, underneath my eyes, over top that. Yes, I'm high maintenance. So I will mix the MAC Soft Focus, which is kind of like a banana color, with the Emphasize, which is a brightening powder. And I just kind of go back and forth between the two using a Morphe M438 brush. Just like this tapered brush. So what I do is I take it back and forth between the two. And that just helps to brighten it just a little bit more. Wow. You can really tell a difference. So once again, I just use a little bit of the brightening, a little bit of the banana, and then go back in. Yes, I know that's a lot, but it's what I think looks good, so that's what I go with. Next, I'm going to use the Max Fix Plus again. All over the face. And I take my sponge. And then we're going to go in for highlight for the cheeks. I'm going to go in with my poor little smashed highlighter and very carefully put it on my fan brush, which is from Tarte. I love this color, but I think I'm going to have to get rid of it. I always put the main focus, of course, on the high points of my cheek, and then kind of whatever's left put on my forehead. And once again, go in with the sponge and tap wherever we applied the highlight. And so that's it for the face. For mascara, tonight I'm going to use the Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara. Okay. Once you feel like your mascara is dry, I will go in with a setting spray. My absolute favorite is my Mary Kay, but I'm out of it. So I got this little sample of the Urban Decay All Nighter makeup setting spray. I've tried this one before in the past, and I thought it was alright. But my Mary Kay is my favorite. I've ordered me more, but I've not gotten it in yet. Oh, I forgot. One thing I do with my eyebrows is I go in with a tinted gel afterwards. I have no idea where it is. I think it's like Maybelline or something. I usually get it. But I got this little sample of the Benefit one that I've been using. Like I said, I'm going to go in with the setting spray. And so for the lips, I will be honest, I have only used this lipstick maybe 3 times. But I wanted it for so long. And when I saw that Sephora was now selling the Charlotte Tilbury line, I knew I wanted it. The first time I went and looked for it, it was sold out, which made me just want it even more. But anyone that knows me knows that I'm a huge Kardashian fan. No judgment. I have a few of their products. I don't have everything, but I have a few of their products. And one thing that I really wanted was the Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW lipstick. This lipstick is probably one of the prettiest nude colors ever. The lipstick itself is just wonderful feeling. It's very moisturizing. It's very just luxurious. It's in this really pretty like rose gold case. I'm just in love. So first thing I will use like MAC Whirl to line my lips. So once I have lined my lips, then I'll go in with the lipstick. Just love it. Like it even has a little lipstick thing on it. I just love it. I just feel like it is the perfect nude. I just love it. I know that I'm psycho, but it's okay. So that is the finished look. It's just a really simple everyday look. It's something that I do anytime that I do my makeup. I don't like anything too crazy. I mean, sometimes I do, let me be honest. But this is just a good everyday look. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope to come back and start doing more videos. I really miss it. And I know I say that all the time. But, you know, sometimes life gets in the way and you can't make or do what you really want to do. And sometimes you just gotta be an adult. But, but I really want to start making more videos. So if you have any requests or questions or anything like that, you can leave them below. And I hope to see you all soon. Bye.